Football isn't just a game played on grass, it's a war of nerves. While tactics and talent win games, in some corners of the globe, the stadium itself becomes a living, breathing monster. We're talking about places where the ground literally shakes, where the noise makes your ears bleed, and where world-class players lose their composure before the first whistle. Today on Touchline, we're going on a global tour to count down the top 10 most terrifying stadiums in world football. These are the arenas where the fans transform a match into a battle. Make sure you stay until our number 1. It's a place so intense it holds world records for its noise. Let's get into it. Number 10. Celtic Park, Celtic FC, Scotland. We start our journey in the East End of Glasgow at Celtic Park. Known to the faithful as a paradise, it is anything but that for the opposition. What makes this place special isn't just the 60,000 seats, it's the emotional weight of the crowd. When the Champions League anthem ends, the atmosphere becomes haunting. Legends like Paolo Maldini and Lionel Messi have admitted that the noise here is unique. It's a constant, rhythmic roar that never lets up for 90 minutes. On European nights, the stadium seems to trap the sound under its roof, creating a pressure cooker that has seen giants like Barcelona and AC Milan fall. It's a masterclass in how a crowd can lift a team beyond its natural limits. Number 9. Sukru Saracoglu, Fenerbahce, Turkey. Next, we cross over to the Asian side of Istanbul. Turkish football fans are famous for their intensity, but Fenerbahce takes it to another level. The Sukru Saracoglu is designed in a way that the fans are almost touching the pitch. There is no running track, no barrier, just 50,000 screaming fans. The trademark of this stadium is the whistle. When the away team has possession, the fans emit a high-pitched, deafening whistle that makes it impossible for players to communicate. Coaches often have to use hand signals because their voices are drowned out. It's a hostile, yellow and navy cauldron where the air feels heavy with smoke and passion. It's not just a match, it's an interrogation of your character. Number 8. Rajko Mitic Stadium I Marakana, Red Star Belgrade, Serbia. If you want to talk about psychological warfare, you have to talk about the Marakana in Belgrade. Long before the players reach the pitch, the battle begins in the tunnel. It's a long, dark, underground concrete passage covered in graffiti and guarded by lines of riot police in full gear. The sound of the fans above echoes through the walls like a heartbeat. By the time you emerge into the light, you are greeted by the Dilits, the Red Star Ultras. They are masters of large-scale choreography and pyrotechnics. The stadium is old-school, raw, and unapologetically aggressive. In 2018, even the eventual champions Liverpool were stunned here, losing 2-0 simply because they couldn't handle the sheer hostility of the environment. Number 7. Anfield, Liverpool FC, England. Anfield is perhaps the most famous mythical ground in England. While many modern stadiums have become quiet, Anfield on a big night remains a force of nature. The Spy on Cop stand is the heartbeat of the club. There is a psychological phenomenon known as the Anfield effect, where visiting teams simply freeze. Think back to the 4-0 comeback against Barcelona. Messi and his teammates looked ghost-like as the crowd literally sucked the ball into the net. It's a stadium where the history is palpable, and the connection between the players and the fans is so tight that it feels like the supporters are playing the game themselves. When You'll Never Walk Alone starts, you aren't just playing against 11 men, you're playing against a century of tradition. Number 6. Stade Vélodrome Olympique de Marseille, France. The Vélodrome in Marseille is unlike any other stadium in Western Europe. Its recent renovation added a massive, wave-like roof that serves as a giant acoustic mirror, reflecting every chant back onto the pitch with double the volume. Marseille fans are notorious for their South American style of support, endless singing, thousands of flags, and a level of passion that often boils over. During Le Classique against PSG, the atmosphere is electric and dangerous. The fans in the Virage Nord and Virage Sud compete to see who can be louder, creating a crossfire of noise that can disorient even the most experienced veterans. It is the undisputed capital of French football passion. Number 5. Signal Iduna Park, Borussia Dortmund, Germany. You cannot discuss atmospheres without mentioning the Yellow Wall. The Sud Tribune is the largest single-tier stand in Europe, holding 25,000 standing supporters in a massive vertical wall of yellow and black. It is a terrifying sight for any goalkeeper standing in front of it. The fans here are incredibly disciplined. Their tifo displays are works of art, often covering the entire stadium. But it's the sound of 80,000 people that is truly overwhelming. There is a deep, bass-heavy vibration that comes from the yellow wall that you feel in your chest. It's a clean, powerful, and relentless support that has made Dortmund one of the hardest places to visit in the history of the Champions League. Number 4. Karaiskakis Stadium, Olympiakos, Greece. Now, we head to the port of Piraeus. The Karaiskakis Stadium is a modern arena built on ancient passion. What it lacks in size compared to the San Siro, it more than makes up for in pure, unadulterated aggression. The Gate 7 Ultras are world-renowned for their pyrotechnic shows, often turning the entire stadium into a ring of fire before kickoff. The fans sit incredibly close to the action, and the acoustics are designed to trap the sound inside. On big European nights or during the derby of the eternal enemies against Panathinaikos, the atmosphere is so thick with tension you can almost cut it with a knife. It's a place where giants like Manchester United and Atletico Madrid have been humbled, suffocated by the red-hot intensity of the Greek fans in the history of the Champions League. Number 3. San Siro Giuseppe Meazza, AC Milan and Inter, Italy. The San Siro is a concrete cathedral. Its massive towers and steep tiers make it feel like a gladiator's arena from ancient Rome. When 80,000 Italians fill this place for a Milan derby, the structure literally vibrates. Because the stands are so steep, the fans feel like they are hanging directly over the players' heads. The Curva Sud and Curva Nord have a century-long rivalry of who can produce the most beautiful and intimidating choreography. The sound here is operatic, it rises and falls with the drama of the match. It's a stadium that demands greatness, and if you aren't up to the task, the pressure from the stands will crush you. It remains the ultimate stage for Italian football drama. Number 2. La Bombonera, Boca Juniors, Argentina. Coming in at number 2 is a stadium that technically shouldn't exist. La Bombonera is famous for its D shape, with one completely flat side. This unique architecture creates a bizarre acoustic effect where the sound doesn't escape, it just bounces back and forth. But the most terrifying part? The stadium literally moves. When the Boca Juniors fans start their rhythmic jumping, the concrete tiers flex and vibrate. It's a sensation that many visiting players have described as terrifying. It's a cramped, sweaty, and high-octane environment where the heartbeat of Buenos Aires is at its loudest. In La Bombonera, you don't just hear the fans, you feel them in your bones. Number 1. Rams Park, Ali Sami Yen, Galatasaray, Turkey. Finally, we reach the summit of football intensity. Galatasaray Stadium is the official hell of world football. In 2011, the fans here set a Guinness World Record for the loudest crowd roar ever recorded at a sporting event, hitting 131.76 decibels, that's louder than a jet engine taking off. The fans perform a coordinated scarf wave and chant that creates a sea of red and yellow fire. When the opposition enters the pitch, they are met with a wall of noise so intense it causes physical discomfort. It's not just about the noise, though, it's the sheer hostility. The motto's "Welcome to Hell" is etched into the club's identity, and for 90 minutes, they make sure you believe it. It is, without a doubt, the most intimidating place to play football on Earth. That concludes our tour of the world's most terrifying football cauldrons. From the vibrating stands of Argentina to the record-breaking noise in Turkey, these stadiums remind us that football is nothing without its fans. But now I want to hear from you. Which stadium do you think has the most intimidating atmosphere? Did we get our number 1 right, or should a stadium like the Marakana be higher? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Touchline for more global football deep dives. I'm your host, and I'll see you in the next one.